Episode 5. No, I'm Chvpa. Start. Because Alex is sick.
I'm
is sick.
Chvpa.
Okay. Alright. So, last time, talked about how shitty the Olympics were and nobody cared. Has anybody read any news on the Olympics?
Nope. Just heard complaints from the Australian team. But I heard the Dutch team is very happy with the accommodations. They said the view was great.
Or were the Australians too late?
They didn't like the water in the pool.
The water in the pool?
Something about the water in the pool.
Do you hear about
too much
the water?
chlorine or something?
The water in the sea or something?
No.
There's
what is
that? Pretty much like every fucking participant in the Olympics is almost guaranteed to get like a virus. Because the water's so bad.
Well, they're in Brazil, so yeah.
I guess that's the dangers of hosting the Olympics in fucking
the third
Brazil.
world shithole.
Hosting the Olympics there is like the dumbest thing ever.
Hey,
Why?
everyone gets a chance at hosting the Olympics.
I know, but I mean, seriously, it's a fucking health concern. If you don't get the Zika virus and they're gonna have like retard babies the rest of your life, you're gonna get mugged and stabbed.
There
Which
was
already happened.
a Russian diplomat had an altercation where somebody was trying to mug him like while he was in his car, and he shot him. I think he killed him. Let me look it up real quick.
I mean, Mexico has hosted the Olympics. I think that's the only other shithole though.
I think Mexico would be better than Brazil.
Would it really though?
Probably.
It would really.
Have you ever
Yeah.
been to Mexico?
Nope. I've only
People
left
don't even
Europe
have
once.
heads.
I've left Europe once, and that was for Africa.
Really? What part? South Africa?
No. Gran Canaria, which is off the coast and actually owned by Spain.
Oh.
It's basically a tourist paradise, so hey.
God bless.
Was that like vacation or something?
Yeah. Oh, and I've been to Tenerife, which is probably in Asia, I think.
Alright, so I figured it out, boys. Apparently, the Russian embassy is claiming that it is not a diplomat, but this is what they said in quotes. The man who was involved in the incident could have presented himself as a general consulate employee. But, long story short, somebody tried to rob this guy, and he knew jiu-jitsu, fought back, stole the gun that he was being robbed with, and shot the guy.
Nice.
That's fucking wild.
And it was in the, Olympic zone, too. So I guess they have, an area that they've deemed the Olympic zone that's near the stadium or whatever. I had no clue, but
Yeah.
it was
It's
in
like
that
a-
area. So that's why it's such a big deal.
Yeah.
That's how the fucking muggers and shit know where to be.
I remember
There's just a bunch
during
of tourists over there.
the World Cup, too. It was the same exact thing. People were getting, mugged and stuff all the time during the World Cup.
At least it's better than South Africa.
Oh, yeah, the rape thing.
Yeah.
That's scary as fuck.
What about South Africa?
There's
They
a
were,
whole rape thing.
Yeah.
A rape thing. Uh-huh.
A rape thing.
Yeah,
Like
tons
pretty
of people
much
were,
everybody was
raped.
getting raped, and
Just
like
everybody
every
was
single
getting raped.
time a team would score, somebody was getting raped. It was
That's-
some really high statistic.
That's pretty fucked up.
I'm not a numbers guy, so
Not a mathematician.
nope, not.
Alright, so fuck the Olympics, basically. It just every country hosts that. It's just the stadium just ends up becoming nothing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, same with the World Cup.
Everyone's allowed to host it, once. There's, this huge list they go off. I do know that the last time the Olympics was in the Netherlands was 1928.
Probably when the Olympics was actually relevant.
A real thing.
Yeah, and a real thing. Alright, so long story short, fuck the Olympics. Since we have nothing else important to talk about, tell me about
Sports.
this. Yeah, sports. Tell me about this Black Lives Matter thing in England. Undine.
Oh, right. Well,
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
there was like a Black Lives Matter thing in England where they went on a protest. So what they did, they was like ruining people's holidays. They went and blockaded the fucking airport, 2 airports. Heathrow and another one. I'm not sure which one. Which is pretty fucking terrible. And then they went and ruined the fucking city traffic by laying down on the ground in the middle of fucking crossings and stuff, blocking trams and shit like that. So the justification for this rant, well, or like this riot, you'd think that there was like a pretty legit reason for them to do this. Well, the reason was like it's the 5-year anniversary of some guy getting shot.
But he didn't even
Mark
get shot
Dugan.
in London, did he? Did he got like
London.
shot in America or something?
Yeah, it was
There
shown
you
in
go.
America.
Yeah.
That's so stupid. After the recent shootings, the 2 that we had in the U.S., I recalled that Black Lives Matter protested in England, and I'm not sure if this statistic is true or not, but apparently only 3 people were shot by the police that year, and I'm not sure if they were armed or unarmed, but all of them were white. So there's actually like no reason for them to be protesting in England.
They don't
Because
care.
it's essentially a non-issue entirely.
It's a
over there, at
Tumblr
least.
meme. It's a Tumblr meme.
They do
It's
that
like-
here too. They will
Yeah.
protest on the. Well, see, I'm looking at these Twitter pictures, and they're kind of just on. I don't know if these are freeways, but 'cause I don't know what an English freeway looks like. I mean, these all look like normal roads to me, but they kind of look like freeways as well. Anyways, they protested like 5-lane highways, 5-6-lane highways here. So
Yeah,
that's
you actually blocked
that's-
like a 5-lane highway, like where we live.
that's crazy. Like you're literally asking to fucking die doing that. And if
Yeah,
you look
I
at the
would have
pictures,
just fucking hit them with the fucking car. I would just drove through and be like,
well, if
Hey.
you look at the pictures, the first row of cars is like cars that are like tilted, so you can tell they like slammed on their brakes and like slid a little bit, and that's like so stupid. And then there was a video of this. If I remember correctly, he was black as well, and he was just screaming at them. And he was like, "You guys aren't helping. You're not helping anybody. You just, I got a fucking job. I got kids. You're just fucking like ruining my day. You're making me late for work. I can get fired for this shit." And it was just like perfect. It made so much sense, like seeing that guy who's actually like struggling, because they were doing this at like 6 a.m. in the morning. They were doing this really early in the day, so they were
Yeah.
basically stopping people going to work. And it was like, these people don't give a shit at all. It's like an attention thing completely, because if they cared, they'd probably be, like not blocking
it's pretty
traffic.
much civil terrorism.
Yeah, it's like a really lame way of civil disobedience. And it's not even that. It's like you're literally like,
Just ruining people's day, not like government officials or anything.
you're not doing anything. You're literally doing nothing but hurting, because who do you think is going to get affected by being late to work? Do you think the middle class guy is? The upper class guy? Or the lower
Another-
class
The
guy?
bogey boys, dude.
Another fun thing is,
It's going to be the poor guy. Because if he gets fired, what the fuck is he going to do?
Fucking look for another job
Yeah. Look for another minimum wage job.
on unemployment.
Yeah. But I mean,
America.
still, like, it doesn't fucking, like, it doesn't do anything. And it tells you, like, how, like, these people don't have anything to do all day. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but, like, they're not doing anything.
welfares.
They're all,
We
like,
was
students.
kangs.
They're literally all, like, students. They probably hurt more black people that day than they've ever helped.
Yes. And that's the whole thing. Recently there was like a gay pride in Toronto.
Yeah, I heard about that,
And,
too.
oh yeah,
That's
like,
terrible. So stupid.
Black Lives Matter just fucking blocks off the fucking gay pride and is like, alright, you guys, you demands where you pay Black Lives Matter money so it can organize its own gay prides, and then it stops organizing as much gay prides because we need more special black people gay prides. Like,
Yeah,
they're
they
not even...
basically wouldn't leave unless they were like acknowledged formally, and they acknowledged them formally, and they left. But a lot of people were like, "Are you fucking kidding me? This is like, these people are obviously going to agree with you, just based on a generalization. Most of them will agree with you on some level, which I think most people agree with the problems. They're not hidden, and you'd have to be pretty like dense to think that there isn't like obvious racism here and stuff like that. But why would you go fucking block a parade about pride? Like, what the fuck does that have to do with it? Like, it doesn't make any sense, because like during Martin Luther King and like the 60s and stuff like that, the civil
people are acting
disobedience,
like it's the new civil rights movement.
well, the civil rights things that they did back then were things that didn't affect anybody. Because, you know, like, okay, like they couldn't, you know, black people couldn't, you know, obviously eat at certain restaurants. So one of the things that they would do is they would just go to the restaurant and eat there. That's it. They would just eat there, and people would call the police, and the police would come and beat the shit out of them, and then, you know, the journalists would take the pictures, and it would obviously, like, humanize their movement and make people, like, think, like, okay, this is just a guy eating, like, should we really be beating the shit out of him? But, like, what the fuck does standing on a freeway do? You don't humanize
Just bothering
yourself.
anyone. Getting in the fucking news and getting the money from the government. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, this is literally going, hey, look at me, I'm fucking everybody's day up. But I got on the news.
I mean, didn't they, like, march in Mississippi, too? Like, on the roads?
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe they did, but at least it seemed more...
And they, like, blocked bridges.
Yeah, but blocking a freeway and a bridge is, like, completely different. Blocking a bridge in fucking 1960...
No, I mean, like, this goes to, like, what you were saying with the whole, like,
But I feel like
other
blocking a
retards.
6-lane freeway, and it wasn't even that many of them, it was like 20 of them. Not that should make a difference either, but like, you can tell it's just a group of students that are like, let's do something for the cause, man. Like, come on.
Oh, yeah.
That literally doesn't help anybody. If there's like a fucking...
I mean, I'm not defending them.
Like, if there's like, okay, for example, like in Ferguson, when they had the initial peaceful protests, those were a lot of people, and they were probably blocking roads too, but they were also not breaking shit and being violent. At least initially. Or at least the ones that they didn't show you on the news. I don't know if you've seen pictures of those. And they're mostly older people. They're just holding up signs saying stop killing black people and stuff like that. And most of them were like in their 40s and 30s. They were a lot older group of people.
These are just people that get it from social media. I think that's the problem here, social media. Because, like, in the civil rights movement, like, Martin Luther King was, like, the guy who led it. He was, like, educated. He was a writer, I think. I'm not sure. And he was, he did something religion related. I'm pretty sure of that. Anyways.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a minister.
Yeah.
Yes.
But this time, it's just a fucking hashtag campaign, and people gather on that. So fucking some retarded teen just decides, hey, we're gonna do this to draw attention to ourselves. And they don't draw the parallels, like how this is gonna affect society. They don't understand how the world works. They just want fucking attention to their hashtag. Look at me, look at how good I am. You know? That's the idea I get. And the reason that it's not shut down, that the government isn't like
shut down,
giving them a media blackout, is because they think that if you go against the organization called fucking Black Lives Matter, that they look racist.
Well, it's their like little fucking brownie points that they're trying to get. Hey guys, I'm cultured.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is when you look at the civil rights movement, and this is not like a critique on anything that's actually even happening. Like what we're saying, I think everybody here is just saying that the way that some of these people are protesting, or a lot of them, is just really scummy and doesn't produce anything. I'm literally not even talking, and I don't think anybody here is, about like whether they're being like injustice or whatever. I don't think that's relevant to. I mean, it is relevant, but I don't think it's like that's not what I'm talking about here. I don't think anybody here is. Like when you look at Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and all these other civil rights leaders, those people wrote. They wrote speeches, they wrote books, they wrote essays, they produced, like amazing things that even today you read from just like, not only like a historical perspective, but you read it like in English classes because of how well written they are.
And how relevant it is still.
Yeah. So when
you can apply it.
Movements like Black Lives Matter, it doesn't seem like they do that sort of thing. Or at least when they do it.
Meme.
I don't know if they do. But the fact that I don't know that they do means a lot, because they're not obviously, that should be at the forefront of what they're doing. It shouldn't be like standing on a freeway or fucking going crazy.
Microphone muted.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Isn't it like also a thing that most of the people that were black that were shot in the recent years that were scare quotes racism cases? Like most of them were armed or they looked like they were grabbing for guns. Like there's footage of that. They would threaten police.
Microphone
Like-
activated.
Yeah, but nobody cares about that.
Nobody
It's black
cares about
people
that.
being shot.
Exactly. You shoot a black person, you're evil. That's the idea we get out of America. Like,
Yeah.
you can shoot a white guy, no problem.
I mean, there definitely is like police brutality, but it's not like a race thing.
No, I think it's definitely a race thing in certain areas.
Microphone muted.
I can't
Microphone
comment on this
activated.
because I've never been to America, obviously, but
I think the problem with all these movements is they jump on every, and I remember Joe Rogan talked about this, but I remember I was talking to Meddling as well, and it was so unusual that they jumped on every single thing, regardless of the facts, because each individual thing, I mean, there's tons of them that are like really fucked up and don't make any sense, and they're like, you can obviously go, like, that's fucked up, that guy shouldn't have been shot, like the 12-year-old getting shot, that was fucked up, like, he got shot instantly. Like, officer's job is obviously to defuse a situation.
Yeah.
But they drove up on him and they shot him, Tamir Rice. But like Michael Brown, like that one doesn't seem like there's really any redeemable things about that whole thing.
Nope.
Bro, which one was the Mike Brown one?
Michael Brown was the Ferguson one, the hands up don't shoot.
Oh yeah.
And
Okay.
He
the
was
hands
the
up don't shoot.
ex-footballer. He was the
Was he?
ex-footballer who had just robbed a store, and then he went up to a cop who was in a car and tried to grip his, take his gun from him.
The formal story is that he was walking in the middle of the street. Somebody had called. The police officer was driving by, but the call that they made on him for the liquor store had nothing to do with it. It was just coincidental. But there was a cop driving by. He saw a guy walking in the middle of the street. And I don't know if you've ever walked in the middle of the street before, because I know I have. Police will pull you over and like be like, "What are you doing?" But something happened where the argument started getting heated up, and eventually it led to them getting in some sort of altercation where Michael Brown got shot because he was fighting with the officer.
yeah.
Microphone
like I'm reading
muted.
it right now, and they were fighting over control of the gun. So he tried to take the officer's gun, and that's why he was shot.
All the
think-
eyewitness testimonies say that as well, that he tried to take the
I
gun.
think the dumbest one was that
So I think
guy
that's
with
pretty redeemable.
autism, the autistic kid, and then they like shot him in the arm. Like there is no redeemable factor for the police
Microphone
officer.
activated.
You know
And
what I'm
that's the
talking
thing. I didn't see any, like I saw that on the news for that day and nothing else. That was the
Yeah.
most fucked up shooting I have ever seen. That dude
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
literally screaming at the top of his lungs, "Sir, there is an autistic man next to me. I am his trainer. He is having a mental breakdown or something, blah, blah, blah. And please do not shoot." And he put his hands up. He did everything that you're told to do, and he got shot.
Yeah, that
There
was disgusting.
nothing about that situation where that guy should have been shot. I don't know if it was
But
because he was
nobody-
black, but it seemed like maybe, because there's literally no reason why that guy should have got shot. You can't even
nobody
like
Was he
argue
a
that.
psychiatrist?
He was like not a trainer. That's such a fucking shitty
A
word.
handler.
You know what? Like a handler. That's what they call them. But that's like a shitty word too.
Yeah.
A tard wrangler. That's like on par with handler. But yeah, he was basically
Yeah.
like like one of those people that make sure they don't get in any trouble, they don't hurt themselves, and that that they're like well kept and everything. And you watch that and you go like, why are they on the floor? Because you can tell like right away. You don't need to be a cop or anything to figure out that there's like nothing wrong happening there. It's just some obviously mentally disabled person, which cops should be able to at least figure that much out. Especially when there's a guy yelling, "This guy's mentally disabled," and I'm his handler or whatever. And that didn't take. That literally should have caused protests. That should have caused like riots. Really, honestly.
Yeah.
That one was horrible. But then they jumped on Michael Brown, and they jumped on it the same fucking day it happened. Like before, there's no video of Michael Brown. On day one, the testimony from a lot of people was always different. What else? There's the fact that it was on the same day that people jumped on it too, which is obviously unreliable. And then the forensics evidence came out with bullet or gunpowder on the cop, which means that he shot up. Because, otherwise there's no way. And there's blood inside the car and all these things that lead you to... Obviously nobody can know for sure, but was that really the incident to base your, like, almost the entirety of your movement on? To burn down, like, a whole entire city, almost? For a fucking... an anomaly, basically?
Yeah.
A very, very complicated anomaly that is not even remotely in your favor.
Yeah, one thing I don't think people really understand is just how few people are shot each year. I mean, I read up on this, and there aren't any real official statistics, right? There are like shadow statistics. And those say that roughly around between 900 and 1,100 get shot each year in the US. It fluctuates a lot,
It's
but
pretty
roughly
da-
that much.
It's pretty messed up that there's no real statistics on that. The police should release that.
Microphone
They-
activated.
Part of the issue is that there's a serious lack of transparency in police departments, and the fact that the police union is so strong that they always have the ability to shield the police in any case. Regarding anything, and now you're seeing that sort of stop, because what they're doing now is when there is a shooting, they won't put them on paid leave. They'll put them on suspension now, or it won't be like a paid suspension, which is really, I mean, that's a no-brainer. Why are you paying the guy? You shouldn't be paying him if he just shot somebody, even if he's in the right. Like, you should just err on the side of caution and not pay him.
Yeah, pay him
because you can pay
when
him
it's
back
proven.
later.
Yeah,
there
exactly. Have you guys seen the? I don't really know. Have you guys seen the $1 Million Extreme video, Officer Maggot?
Yeah, that's like one of my favorites.
It's my favorite.
I added Adam, or not Adam. Can't remember his name.
I keep saying it, Kurosh.
But what's his first name?
Kurosh.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, Kurosh. No, because there's Adam Koresh, which is the... You know who Adam Koresh is?
I recognize the name. Is he a
He's,
comedian?
You
or
don't have
something?
to explain yourself to me.
Go fuck yourself. Adam Koresh is... I'll look him up. I don't really know how to describe him.
An inflatable dildo.
Yes.
Hmm.
Adam Koresh is... It's Kokesh. He's an American talk show host, activist, and author of Freedom.
User
He's
joined
basically
your
some
channel.
guy who said he was anti-war, anti-Iraq war and stuff like that.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
User was moved out of your channel.
Right.
User joined your channel.
What's happening now?
We're being invaded.
It's the Jews.
Letting you guys know, Chvpa and Poopa are not anti-Semites.
We are not anti-Semites. Disclaimer.
We
We're
just
not
want to say that
anti-Semites.
disclaimer, we do not stand by any of the opinions of people on this talk show.
Are you
Anyway,
gonna start
so
whispering now?
forgot. Oh yeah, I added the guy who was the director for Officer Maggot on Facebook. He never responded. Anyways, I forgot what we were saying now. Yeah, and I think the reason why they hop on all of these sort of impossible to prove or it's heavily weighted against the person being shot incidents is because of the fact that those cause the most
Attention drawn to them.
controversy.
Yeah.
They cause the most
Yeah.
racial tension. It's the most racial baiting, race baiting that you can possibly get.
You got people saying that he was trying to grab the cop's gun, and then you got people saying the opposite thing. Everyone gets pissed off.
Yeah, whereas if you have that one video of the guy screaming, "I'm a handler," blah blah blah, that's clear cut.
Yeah.
There's nothing you don't argue. That's fucking the end.
That
you watch the
was
video and you know exactly
disgusting.
what happens, and you say, "Wow, this is terrible." In the end, like something
watch
should
this-
change.
Yeah, the fucking statement that the police issued was even that the guy shot at the fucking autistic kid, and he missed, and he hit the handler.
Like the guy was like the kid had like or kid
Toy
he
truck.
was a,
Autistic
Yeah.
man.
he had a toy truck and the guy was screaming, "It's not a gun! He's got a toy truck! It's not a gun!" And the cop still shot.
Cop's just like, shut up, nigger.
Yeah,
he
basically, that's
was-
what they might have. At that point, honestly, that's what they might have just done. Like
Exactly.
That's like
No, I mean
And it was
let's be fair. The cop was really distraught as well. Like he had no idea what he was gonna do
I
in
don't
that
blame the
situation.
police officer himself. Obviously, it's like a systemic thing if this happens. So, like, if this guy was not properly trained, like the end, like you don't react to a situation like that. I don't think any of us can speak on it unless we were a cop and been in that exact situation. But
Yeah,
I don't
I
think
think-
this has to do with training. I think this is the individual.
I
You
think
really
this
think it
has to do.
okay, well,
I
even
think
if
this
it
has
is the
to do a
individual, he
bit
shouldn't
with
even be
training.
there then.
I mean, they have like super lack of training. It's like 9 months to
Yeah,
become a police officer.
If it is the individual's
It's-
fault, then that guy shouldn't have been there to begin with, and they should have, rooted him out. They should have figured out whether this guy was fit for the job or not.
That's true.
I think it's due to the training, and it's like Chvpa says, it's 9 months to be a police officer in the US. I don't know if it's
Over
that,
here
like
in
that
the
for all
Netherlands, it's
states.
5 years. It's 5
Yeah,
years.
Same here in Sweden. I think 4 years, but it's a long time. And like another thing that we don't really see here in Europe, or we don't really notice, is how different the police training in the US is compared to here. Like in the US, you're trained to expect threats. Everyone could be out to kill you. You have to have that kind of mindset. So when you see like a suspicious-looking guy, as a police officer in the US, you have to expect that maybe he's going to pull a knife on you, and that's where you got these guys who, they shoot first, ask questions later.
That's quite weird because the training over here is mostly the fucking nitty gritty details of when you can hand out an extra fine on your fucking speeding ticket.
I
It's
think
mostly-
the difference here is that we have guns, so they have to expect that.
Yeah, but at the same time, it just
No,
it's-
yeah, I know. Like you can't.
seems
really,
like there's just a lack of
defend it.
training overall. That's
But
what
there
it appears
is.
to be.
It's just a combination of culture in general.
That too. The U.S. is radically different, like demographically, from all of Europe. So,
From my heritage.
yeah.
Poo poo titties bum.
There's also this other thing that I don't know if anybody's heard of, but there was this white kid. I think he was like in his 20s. He was shot on the ground, facing down. Like,
Yeah, I heard about that.
and the mom was like, I don't know if she was on the news. I don't know. I don't think she was there in person. But there's articles that you can read of her saying, "Where's the outrage?" Like I remember that quote very specifically. She's like, "Where's the outrage for my son?" And like I heard about that, I think on 4chan and on like Imgur. That's where I saw that. Did not see that on the news. It was in Las Vegas, I think.
I mean, because no one's gonna like fucking. Not gonna get the news views.
Yeah, I think that's what it all boils down to. It's like, what is the most ambiguous, complicated, easy to argue on both sides case that's the most emotionally charged possible?
Yeah.
That's the only thing they'll run, and then they'll run it all day until you get upset about it, until somebody gets upset about it, and it doesn't take much for people to get upset about things. So
And that's what I mean with like the whole fucking. It's a literal meme. The BLM movement is a meme.
yeah, it's literally just like the media just like irritates them, and then they get irritated, and then it irritates everybody else, and then everybody's irritated until something like Ferguson happens, where the whole city's burning down. Because then essentially now you've got people who are protesting, irritating police who are irritating the protesters, and the way the police handled Ferguson was also really fucked up too. They were bringing like military vehicles and stuff like that, and that's not to say that maybe they felt threatened or maybe there was a serious threat, but that's obviously going to like really piss people off if somebody just got shot, like, regardless of why they got shot or even if they deserve to be shot or whatever. Bringing in military vehicles really fucking fucks up the whole image of, yeah, we're not shooting you guys.
But Ferguson itself changed too. Like,
yeah, their police
officers
department did change.
They're required to wear cameras and everything.
But here's the thing, though. The Ferguson Police Department had like one of the most like reported police departments in all of the U.S. They had lots of problems with like serious racism, and nothing happened. Nothing before, and now they changed a lot of things. But all the cops are still there. All of them. Every single one. I don't think any of them, all the people that got written up before, I think they still work there.
Well, I mean, like, there's probably, like, racist, like, supervisors and stuff. And
yeah,
their supervisors
I think it all boils down
it's like
to
a
the one
whole,
thing.
like, tree.
I think it all boils down to the one thing that nobody's going to say. It's just the police union is so fucking strong that you can't do anything to them.
I actually have a comment related to that. This is totally unrelated, by the way. I have
we should probably move on at some point anyway.
Oh, I've got a good female friend in North America who has been raped, and she tried to report it to the police in like a small town, and she reported it to the police, and the police did like an initial investigation, and what basically happened was the police officer questioning her kept harassing her and telling her she's a liar, etc., until she decided to take back the case. Of course, at the time, she was amazingly shocked and she couldn't do anything, but looking back to it, it's like a hard case to investigate, you know? It's a hard case to prove. So what literally happened was she was bullied out of reporting it by a police officer.
Yeah, I've heard of that happening too.
And that's pretty fucking terrible. No, he isn't caught. She still knows him, and he still walks free. His police, his family knows. His family knows. His family supports him.
Was he sexy?
He's fucking disgusting. I've seen pictures of him. He scares me. He scares me from his Facebook pictures. Just the look in his eyes.
He like sprinkle crack on her.
How do you sprinkle crack on something?
He sprinkled something over her.
That's how they get you.
He sprinkled something over her ass crack. You know what I mean?
True.
Where's the Frank Serbo of our generation?
I'm sorry, I'm being mean now. I'm sorry.
But I don't know. I don't know if that's a lack of training or what that is. But I do know that it's nearly impossible to fire a police officer.
Microphone muted.
She later went and tried to submit a complaint. It's basically impossible. They were like, okay, if you want to submit a complaint, we first require dates, times, video or audio evidence, etc., etc. Only then can you submit a complaint and will an investigation be launched.
Yeah, because otherwise it's just word against word. And police, you know, they're the law.
Yeah, which is pretty bullshit. I mean, in this scenario, it's been 5 years since this happened, and she's still afraid of authority figures because of this.
No, it's fucked. I mean, what can you say? It's absolutely fucked.
So that's just something to illustrate that police power is actually too much, even
Microphone
fucking,
activated.
I don't think it's the actual power of the police. I think it's the fact that you cannot punish them, which essentially means when they fuck up. Okay, then maybe it is the power. But if they do something wrong, and you go through the right channels, then they have this massive union that have like a legion of fucking lawyers that will defend them at every corner, and there's nothing you can do about it. And when they get written up for stupid shit, they get like a punishment, which essentially doesn't do anything because
paid holiday.
Yeah, they get paid holiday, or they get like a suspension, which is still fucking bullshit. Because what do you think he's gonna do? Oh, got suspended. Better not do that again. Better not do something so terrible that the suspension is meaningless compared to the emotional damage that I cause, or whatever. Like, you think if that guy is gonna stop somebody from investigating a rape, you think 2 weeks out of his job means anything to him? Fucking means nothing. Even if it's like a month, and they'll probably be paid if it's long anyways. So, I think it's the unions. I think the unions basically like shield the shit out of them. And there's like nothing that you can do to punish them, which is why when all these things, these bad things do get reported as they should, nothing comes of it after.
Microphone muted.
I think that the way to solve this is to just make an independent person to record information, etc., in like an independent agency to record information on police agencies, etc. Of course, that'd be costly, but it's obviously needed. You can just take some money out of the fucking police department.
Microphone activated.
Oh no.
Lawyer to club.
See the way it works is when you. I don't know if unions work like this over there, but here your part of your paycheck goes to your union. You have union dues. Right now.
Over here, you just subscribe to a union or you don't.
Oh, that. So wait. When you subscribe to a union over there, okay. Let's say when you start your job. And I guess I'm going to move the topic away from this because I think we've beaten it into the ground at this point.
Yeah,
but this is about
unions.
Specifically teachers' unions. Over there, when you're part of a union, and I know in Europe there's a lot of unions, most jobs are unionized, right?
Yeah, practically anything but IT, because it's too new.
When you start, do they give you a piece of paper that says, would you like to join the union?
No, they don't. You have to do it on your own. But
so
the government recommends
it. Opt in or opt out?
You actually have to seek out the union for yourself, and there's multiple unions. There's just a plain union for employee. The employee is a union. And there's also like unions for like specific jobs that go on top of that. What the unions mostly do is they negotiate collective wages and terms.
Okay.
Aren't you automatically like opted into a union here?
Yeah, here as far as teachers work, in California, you are opted into a union automatically, without your consent. It's part of.
Are you a teacher, dude?
No, but it was a thing. There was a thing where the people wanted to, basically. This is all, and from what I know, maybe I'm wrong, but from what I understand, somebody proposed a bill. I think it was Republicans. I'm probably like 100% sure on that. Proposed a bill that said, as far as the teachers union, and I'm speaking like completely out of ignorance here, this is what I heard, so it might not be right at all. But they're basically arguing that you should have to opt in. Or that you should have to get like a letter that says, do I want to join the union, yes or no? And they didn't like that. And it obviously got shut down pretty hard. Got shut down. And I don't understand that either. Like, how is that not like the most blatant corrupt shit in the world? Like the fact that you're automatically opted in and that you have to opt out. That's so obviously like, yeah, we signed you up for this this bill every month, and you have to kind of opt out of it. That sounds like something like a scummy fucking like cable company would do to you.
Yeah,
that's what the Christian church does in Sweden.
That's
really?
What the church does in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Wait, what do they do?
You're born a Christian, and you have to pay church tax, which is like maybe, I don't know, $10, $20, $30 a year.
You don't pay, you're not a real Christian anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, you do the same thing here, like if you're like Mormon.
Wait, so you pay a tax if you're born a Christian and you have to opt out of it, or wait, how does that work?
It's not a tax. It's a fee.
Yeah.
It's a national church organization fee.
You can opt out of it here in Sweden, but yeah, then you're not allowed to be buried on a Christian ground.
So when you turn 80, you start paying.
Jesus, like everybody makes fun of America for all of our stupid religious shit, and
that's not a Sweden thing. That's something your parents sign you up for.
Oh, so you get signed up for it though?
Yeah.
It's automatic here in Sweden, or I think it was automatic until a couple of years ago when they removed that law.
Seems really bizarre. Because there are things like that here too, but it's really not. I mean, it's kind of something that you signed up for.
Scandinavian countries are pretty religious, Dune. You gotta realize that. Especially Norway.
Norway's quite religious, yeah. I'd
See,
say
the image
more
that
so
we get in
than...
the U.S. is that you guys live in some like secular utopia where you guys all just like bathe outside and you're like free-loving people who go to work for 2 hours a day and enjoy your infinite everything. That's
Swedish workdays are only like 6 hours, right?
No, they're regular, like 9 to 5 jobs.
Over here, it's 8 to 5.
Wow.
Hard workers.
That's the Dutch.
They just condense the
Oy vey.
work in a small amount of time.
Anyways,
One
what
more
they
time,
suggested over
Moxie.
here in the Netherlands is something like an opt-in, opt-out program.
I'll be back in 1 minute, so please keep
alright.
talking.
Alright, so
Microphone
tell me what
muted.
you think about this. There's an opt-in, opt-out program about organ donation. Currently it's opt-in, but they want to make it opt-out. So if
Okay.
you die, your organs are up for donation.
That's...
Like
how
the
do
church's
people
organ.
feel about that?
It's like, because there's way too little people donating organs and people are dying.
How do people in the Netherlands feel about that? Like, are they strongly against it, or...?
They're against it, I'm for it. But then again, I'm a donor. I have opted in to, if I die, people can have my heart, lungs, whatever.
Yeah.
Nice.
Any part.
I'm also a donor. Donor Chvpa.
Microphone activated.
Alright, I'm back. What are we talking about now?
Alright, so
Donors.
We're talking about
Food.
organ donor.
yeah, in the Netherlands, basically, they wanted to pass a law that made it so the organ donation plan is opt-out and not opt-in.
That seems creepy as fuck.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
In
think
Sweden, you have to sign up for organ donation. It's not automatic.
I'm signed
Yeah.
up for organ donation, but I think it's like a good plan. I mean, people, your loved ones, can still like cancel it even after you die. So
All right. So
See,
if you're like,
I feel like now you've got yourself in like a weird situation where now the government wants your organs, but if your parents don't, then it's okay. But then like you're fucking dead, so now you've got like no say at all.
yeah, no,
Who
like
cares?
like
You're
if
dead.
you opt in, they can
True.
take
I mean,
your
well, some people
organs.
might care. I don't give a shit. I'll probably sign up for it at some point because why the fuck not? If I can give a kidney to some fucking person that needs it and I'm dead, I don't see why it matters at all.
Exactly. I've put everything up for donation. Over here, you can even check out which organs you want to donate.
I think you can do that here too.
I want to donate my penis.
I'm not sure anyone
I'm
would
pretty
have
sure
any
you
use
could
for
do
that.
There was the first penis transplant. It's not too long ago, right?
Jesus Christ.
They're gonna do the
Are you
first
gonna-
head transplant too. I don't know what the fuck that means or how that works.
That sounds like a meme.
Right? Am I
No,
wrong?
no, it's real. It's real. It's
I
like
don't. What is? They're just gonna remove the whole guy's like skull or like what is that?
spine, including spine. It's
No,
gonna be
they
some
can
ghost
put
in the shell to
brain
your
in
shit.
there.
Jesus Christ. Wait. So wait. They're not including his brain, right?
Yeah,
Of course
they are.
That's,
They
why
are.
would
Okay.
why would they not include his
I don't know,
brain?
dude. Like it seems like fucking too sci-fi to include his brain. Like, I know the Soviet Union was doing this like a lot. Like it was like a big
Yeah,
deal
with-
over
with
there,
the-
like in the
with
the-
40s and the 50s, that they wanted
they
to like
did it with
transplant a
dogs.
head. Yeah, have you seen that video? The
Yeah,
little
hell yeah.
chihuahua or whatever. That
And
video is
that-
fucking creepy, and it worked for like 5 minutes, and then the thing just died.
Yep.
Yeah. It fucking eats food and stuff and it just falls out.
I saw
So
that when I was
creepy.
like 12. That was great. It's on YouTube.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
the future, though.
Yeah, exactly. No, the
Yeah, you
future is
fucking-
just plugged into the fucking internet. Like your
You get-
brains get digitized and plugged into the internet.
Yeah.
The Matrix.
Imagine if we get that
The
immortality.
wired.
You're gonna connect to the wired.
Hell
Yeah.
yes, the wired. Imagine if we
The
get
weird.
that immortality, and in like 1,000 years, we'll just all be like, fucking post 3,000 fags, get off my fucking board. We'd be the oldest old fags ever because we were literally the first people to be immortal on the internet. Would know all the dankest memes.
And then you just get your fucking legs cut off in a car crash, and you find some hot 20-year-old body that died of fucking a heart attack, and you just take it over, and that's yours now.
I'm gonna take over
Transplant.
Terry Crews' body. So I can have a white face
You don't
and
even
a
need
black
the
dick.
penis transplant anymore either. You just fucking get the head transplant and you're done with it. You
I
get the
wanna get
whole
a-
package.
Get a white face and a black dick. Get everything a woman
Yeah.
ever wanted.
Like a white old pruny face, like a 100-year-old guy,
Hello.
on a like 25-year-old black bodybuilders with like an elephantine.
Like an
dick.
Arnold Schwarzenegger type body.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Literally,
That'd be
that's
great.
like fucking Frankenstein tear.
I'm gonna get
Brr.
Scooby's body because he probably has more years left than me.
Like, just what do you do if you're like a midget? Do you have to get like another midget's body, or is it just like all fucked up? Or like, would it like that seems
You
so
combine
weird.
them into a big midget.
Well, because like, okay, so you have to like, and we're getting really. We should like literally just do a futurism episode at this point because there's so many
Hell
jokes
yeah.
that you can make about this. But
Yeah.
okay, so let's say we're really far down the line, right? And this is common. This is as common as like fucking getting your like appendix removed or getting your wisdom teeth taken out. At some point down the line, you'd have to assume that people would want a certain body, right? So would there be like a catalog where you can just like choose, or like a system of bodies, like a database where it's like, okay, so we've got 5'4", black guy, we've got
Trash.
6'1" Mexican guy, like, and you're just like shifting through like the different like fucking ethnicities and body types and heights and all this other stuff and
Can you
fucking
sort
body hair.
by dick size?
Yeah, you can sort by dick size and foot
Hell
size
yes.
and fucking kneecap size. Like you can, or can you just
Yeah,
custom
that's-
make yours at some point? That'd be
Probably.
No,
so
that's
cool.
when we start cloning,
That's
Well,
true
and
too.
We're
then
already
like you'll have like a catalog.
Can you
Cloning
imagine
is
it?
already-
You'll flip through it.
Cloning is already a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
but
heard that
cloning
you can
humans,
technically
like-
clone. Well, it's illegal too.
It's
Yeah.
highly
Yeah.
Cloning
illegal.
human
Maybe
right
we
now.
can
And
get
it
it done in
won't be a
China. It's not illegal
taboo.
in China.
Is it
It's
not?
extremely illegal.
I know there was this guy in Israel, Palestine, something in that shitty Middle East area, or rather the whole Middle East. It was some guy, I think it was Syria, I don't know. He was some doctor and he was trying to do it again. He was trying to actually clone a human being, but he had to go to some Middle Eastern country where the laws were, like there was like it was illegal, but there was like some sort of weird loophole that he went through and he was unsuccessful.
alive.
But he got close, like he got really close. And I remember this is like one guy working with like 6 other people, so it really was a
Yeah.
small thing.
All right. Well, the thing is, I have had this conversation with my friend a few days earlier. Like, we could live to see 2100. We as 20-something year
Now,
olds.
if we keep eating fast food,
And sitting at our desks all day.
drinking the water with fluoride in it,
Okay.
Tendies.
Chicken
buy our
tendies.
water filters at
No, dude, because by then we'll just get new
truthcontest.com.
bodies. Like I'm gonna fucking do like. Can you imagine that you're gonna get to a point where you can just like recycle your body if you just don't
I
like
want to
it?
be a little girl.
Yeah, but I feel
Oh
like
shit,
this
that's
is
gonna
like
be a
the,
problem now.
the type of shit that like people in the 40s were saying, like
Yeah, there's
the
gonna
whole
be like UFOs and
Jetsons thing.
shit.
Like, it's not gonna happen.
The only difference
No.
between the Jetsons and now is that we don't have flying cars because that was a dumb idea to begin with. Cause
We don't have
fucking-
robot maids. We
Yeah,
don't
we
have
do.
laser guns.
Yeah, we do. We have laser guns. We're just not allowed to use them. The robot maid is that dumb little fucking thing that goes the little circle thing. that just, like,
Roomba.
Yeah.
hits
Yeah,
the
but
wall.
that's so.
Yeah,
so
that's a
shit.
Roomba.
That's not a fucking maid. It doesn't.
It's
do
a
your
fucking
hair.
maid. It's just loose.
The basic concept of it is made.
Yeah, it's a fucking maid. No, okay, think about it like this. There are robots out
Made
there.
in China.
There are robots out there that you can like talk to, have conversations, and they learn. It's just too
Yeah, but
expensive
it's
to make them a
not
maid.
like.
But it exists. The technology is here.
All right, dude. If it
It's, like,
existed, why
half-assed,
didn't the
though.
fucking rich people have it?
Well, maybe the Jetsons were super rich. Did they show any ghettos in the Jetsons? Maybe in the ghetto Jetsons, everybody was just using Roombas. But now you have like Nest. I don't know if you know what that is. The fucking thermostat that like your house seems a little cold. Would you like me to turn up the heat? Like that little thing, and you can do it from your phone.
Oh,
And
from
the-
Nest Labs.
Yeah, and the refrigerator that's like you're low on milk. You want me to just fucking put an order for some milk for you? Like that's fucking
Yeah.
creepy as shit. But that's Jetsons here.
That's pretty good though.
I mean, then somebody can hack your fridge. Like I heard that a bunch of those fridges were getting like hacked, and they were getting used for like fucking botnets. And ATM machines get hacked and used for like
Biting.
fucking botnets and stuff like that.
Mining
I can
bitcoins on
get
my
that.
fridge. Or
Yeah,
finding
that's-
some Russian hacks your fridge. and
That's what
mine
they were
some
doing. They
bitcoins.
were
Well,
like mining bitcoins and doing all kinds of like weird shit with it.
When are we gonna get robots like an Ex Machina?
You just want to fuck a robot.
Hell
Yes.
yes. That's already
No.
possible though.
Robot pussy.
It's all here. I think
Would
most
you
of
fuck a
it's here.
RoboCop?
Of course I would.
Hell yeah.
Robocops
If it
can't be
was-
racist.
But yeah,
There
they
you go.
can. Are
They
you
just
If you
shoot
kidding me?
program
everything.
them to be racist, they
A
shouldn't be.
racist robot.
You can literally make them not able to. Can you imagine that? Like 1,000 years, Black Lives Matter is going to be protesting about fucking robots being racist.
Robot lives
That's when
matter
robots take over the world.
Yeah,
iRobot
it'll probably be
Will
like a
Smith.
better world, anyways. We're not going
Yes.
to do
Will
it.
it actually be though?
Probably.
I mean, at this point, like, we're not gonna live to
Alright,
see, like,
fucking robots wouldn't destroy the fucking nature all the time. They would just
Yeah.
destroy us because we're destroying nature and their
Yeah.
extended lifespan. Or we would
I
be
mean,
used like
like,
fucking batteries, slaves.
the Earth is still gonna survive, so I don't get the whole nature.
Yeah, we'll just be the ones getting fucked up more than anything else.
Yeah.
Yep.
There was something that I wanted to say earlier.
Get out of the way,
Penis?
fleshling.
It was somewhat related to penis. When you have these like cloning like catalogs that we've made up now that probably will never happen. Like when you're looking for like, oh, I'm looking for like a new body or whatever. Will there be like, can you like customize your body? Like I'm sure at some point you'll be able to like customize your body like top down, like everything. Like
You
if
can
you want
already
to fucking
manipulate genes, so you can probably just manipulate the genes you use for the cloning.
yeah, but you have to assume that at least initially when these things come out, they're not going to be like that's going to be like on the high end. Like if you really want to like put out some money. But like let's say
It'll
you're
be
looking
like
for
Everything is gonna be on the high end. Like this stuff isn't gonna be available for low class.
well, I mean,
jokes,
it's eventually
you
it will be, right? I mean, eventually.
No,
Is
no,
this
no,
gonna
no.
be like
Cheaper than
Elysium?
Oh come on!
Why would you make this available for the low class? They would just propagate for eternity, and that wouldn't be a good thing. So the
They're
government
fucking
would
Yeah.
computers
obviously
that you
shut
can
us
use
And
down.
then they're
for
gonna
the
have
library.
genes
Do you-
too.
No,
Then
listen.
low class would be high class as well because their genes would be
Yeah,
manipulated.
see?
We're fucking racist here.
But
RoboCop is not racist. You
No,
fucking
you honestly don't think
towel
they would,
head.
I think they would definitely let the lower classes use it. In fact, that will be the people who use it the most.
yeah, they would make them into like superhuman slave workers.
Exactly. No, I mean, but the point
Now
I was
we're
trying to
at
make is-
now we're at Brave New
10
World,
times
dude.
speed.
Just program people to be happy with their shitty job.
Yeah,
well, in Brave New
Food,
World, they gave them like a bunch of
beer
drugs
and
and shit, too.
television.
Sorry, what did you say, Dune?
Isn't it in Brave New World they also gave them tons of drugs and they're like, here, take this happy pill. Take this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
this
the
pill,
drugs
that
were basically given to people at the moment they started doubting their existence. They were just giving
Yeah.
Soma the drug.
the drugs are called alcohol and television, and soon weed.
Who Fedoric over here?
Yeah,
But for now, you can only clone your dog.
I tip my
gosh.
hat for you.
No, but
The
Have you ever
moment,
seen that?
like,
do you
The
think
dog
initially?
cloning?
Do you think
Yeah.
initially that you'll be able to like there'll be like a catalog of bodies that you can look through, like the basic models?
Wait,
And
didn't we
like-
I
just
don't
go
know.
over this?
Yeah, but do you think there'll be like
I
an
had
Arnold
deja vu.
Schwarzenegger model, or like something stupid like that, and like you'll go to like the beach and you'll see like
No.
everybody has like the same fucking body model?
You need
Yeah,
to
but then it's
you need
gonna
to
get like
maintain that
played
body.
out.
Do you think living forever will get played out, Alex?
Yeah, when everybody looks the same and stuff.
Well, that's why you go fucking work at your fucking nanny
That's
bot
why you-
factory to go get
And
a
then
new
it'll
body
be
in 10
like,
years.
"Whoa, what's the most FA body for this season?" And then everybody fucking goes and gets like a fucking new body.
Yeah, eventually it'll be like a seasonal thing. You'll just get like a new body every season.
Alright.
Like you get like a Santa body for.
Can you imagine like the bootleg bodies? Like this guy's got like a
Yes.
fucking stump for a leg. It's all fucked up and shit.
That's when cosplay gets real and fucking
Oh,
anime
shit.
becomes
You
real.
can literally just yeah.
Anime becomes real. We're all 2D now.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure I'd just prefer to be transplanted into a fucking robotic body at that point.
Why? You'll never have sex.
That's fine.
You have to go
I'll
to like
just,
But
another
you won't-
robot
I'll just
colony.
make a program that
But you'll
sends me
never
those.
want to.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just make a program that sends me those fucking signals in my head.
Yeah.
You'll never have the.
Damn, drug
the need
addiction's gonna be
to.
really fucked up. You can just fucking, you can literally download like fucking heroin
The future
kids
is
wanna
fucking
download some
degenerate,
heroin.
boys.
You go on fucking whatever mega upload. You go download some fucking heroin. You put on your fucking helmet, and now you're just fucking tripping out.
All right. So
I remember reading something similar to that. Like there was some experiment some scientists
it's a
did
thought
where they had
experiment. It's a
where
thought
they had
experiment.
like like they had like put electrodes in like people's brains that were
Oh,
like
I've seen
sending
that.
out signals out of at the like pleasure spots, whatever.
Yeah.
Microphone muted.
So they gave them a button that they could press, and it would be like extreme amounts of pleasure sending out, and they just got fucking addicted and just or something like that. I can't remember really. I just remember what they did, not really the results.
I'm pretty sure that's like a fucking experiment, like the happiness machine. It's to prove hedonism. It was made in like ancient Greece. Like if there was a machine you could just plug into and be happy forever, would you just do it?
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I'd do it tomorrow.
Same here. Life wouldn't have any meaning, but wouldn't suck either.
I'd be happy.
But does life actually have a meaning?
You can give it meaning. This is too heavy for this podcast.
Microphone
Sorry.
activated.
Yeah, we did like a fucking 180. We're talking about some real depressing fucking police shit earlier, and now we're like fucking in the future, and I don't know, I took the headset off for like a minute.
Yeah,
and
this
now we're here.
podcast suddenly got good. I thought this episode started out pretty shitty, but now it's doing well.
Yeah,
Why, 'cause the cop
I
thing
don't
was, like,
really
terrible?
like. I think like the whole news thing is gay.
Well,
That's
just
I-
me.
it gets us started somewhere, and then we usually go off like on a tangent, and then that's when it gets really
Yeah.
good.
What's
So-
Jasmine's opinion on this?
Is that a tangent like you want to be on?
I don't know,
though?
she smells bad all the time. I don't know, the
Because
future
like
thing is
if you
pretty
can't
cool.
get your audience to
Wait,
like,
we're getting
listen
really
for,
fucking
like,
meta
longer
here,
than
though,
10
you know?
minutes, then what's
This is
the
pretty
point?
meta,
of
right?
even doing- You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
basically.
Because we're talking about real motherfucking nigga shit right now.
We're talking over each other.
Did you just say nigger?
Oh my god.
No.
Nigger?
Alright,
Oh my
disclaimer,
god.
please.
Chvpa and Chvpa do
Nigger?
not use hard R's.
Nigger means
Nigger.
friend on this show.
Nigger.
Neger.
I don't understand
Alright,
like how
I think we just gotta get it now, because
I really don't get how like some people think it's okay to say nigger, but it's like wrong to say nigger. It's the same word. It's the
I
exact
feel
same
like
word.
it's
I feel like
not.
literally
It
everybody
is.
who isn't from the United States always makes this argument. And it's just
Shut
not
up, nigger.
It's
you go up to a black guy and you use a hard R. But if
Hey,
you
nigga.
go, "What's up, my nigga?" then he'll be like, "Oh shit, man."
No, there's a 50-50
And
No,
then
chance
he'll
they'll
be
that
kick your
like,
fucking
"Man,
ass.
you coming to barbecue, man? Man, we got ribs, we got
I'm gonna
chicken."
roast you, white
Okay,
ass.
why are you repeating that video so much, Alex?
Because the videos are full. We'll put the link down in the
Stop
description.
screaming.
That video is pretty fucking sick. There's a video
Which
out
one?
there of this black guy, stereotypically from the South. No, not stereotypically. What the fuck am I saying? He is from the South, and he's got a filing cabinet, and on the bottom of the filing cabinet there is like a pan of. Oh, no, it's not the bottom. At the bottom there's charcoal.
No, it's
like charcoal
it's
cooking.
charcoal and
And
it's
then above
burning,
it, there's
but
like a pan of like onions and stuff like that. And then above
Yeah.
that, in each filing cabinet drawer, there's like ribs and chicken. There's a whole chicken in one drawer.
yeah, there's a
What?
whole chicken. There's just like wings scattered all over the place, and there's just
Yeah.
ribs.
Really?
In a filing cabinet. That is some
Man,
creative
man, he
shit.
fucked
like,
the
that guy,
game up.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
that's
just
gonna
we
fucking
fucked the game
rot.
up. That's all I kept saying. Like, that guy needs to be on Shark Tank.
That's gonna rot after 2 days.
You know, honestly, I was thinking about it. Like, if they didn't like properly like somehow coat that, that's probably like really terrible. Like all the metals
Yeah,
inside
like
the filing cabinet.
And
Yeah.
the paint, dude.
You need to refrigerate that shit.
But
Not
man,
fucking-
who cares when you eating good, man?
We
You
fucked
fucked
the
the
game,
game
up.
up.
That was literally like the most genius thing I've seen all year.
Make
Shout
it.
out to Joshua McIntyre.
Is that the guy's name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was reading the comments.
He fucked the game up.
I was reading the comments, and he was like, "Fucking." People were like, "Oh, I'll come down there. We can eat some chicken together or whatever." And he's like, "Hell yeah, come on down. Hit me up whenever you come on down." I thought that was great.
Really?
Fuck you guys. Yeah, you didn't read the
See,
comments.
that's fucking Southern hospitality for you.
Yeah.
That's something you don't have in Europe.
Microphone muted.
No, we don't really. I mean, you have that like in England, and you know.
Yeah, but
When-
like they have shit.
Belgium.
Microphone
You have it in
activated.
Belgium.
When
Yeah,
someone,
but they're like Frenchies and gay.
when someone in
You
like
don't know
Sweden,
shit about Belgium.
According to you, everyone from Belgium
the
is
Dutch are gay
retarded.
though, so.
Well, Belgium is a shit country. It is objectively shit.
It is objectively shit,
Alright,
but
that's-
the people are nice.
You told me the people were all autistic and retarded.
Yeah.
That's true, but like the old people, if you go to the south, like it really depends.
Oh, in the old country?
Yeah. No, but like the older people are like pretty. They're definitely autistic and retarded, but they're still nice and they have a lot of hospitality shit going on there.
Yeah.
That's
It's
kind
the
of how
same,
our
like,
shit
in
is
the-
too. They're kind
But
of
they don't fuck the
retarded.
game up.
It's the same in like the West Country in England. Like if a Swede says, "Oh, you should come over for coffee sometime," you know, I mean, then they don't really mean it. They're saying it to be polite. But if like if someone from England says it, you know, like, "Oh, you should come over for dinner," I mean, they really mean it. It's
It's
genuine.
rude if
Well,
you don't
like-
accept it.
What part
Almost,
of
yeah.
England is that?
It's
The
part
West
of,
Country.
part of England where you haven't
Yeah, but
been.
like what? Like
Chvpa.
western like cities? Like
Wales.
Yeah, like Wales.
Yeah, but if somebody
But
invites
that's
you to a
not
house in
England.
Wales,
That's
you-
Wales.
Yeah, also
yeah, but
if you you're being really ignorant
Fuck
right now.
you,
You're not
man.
respecting the Welsh.
Yeah. The Welsh are totally different people.
Also, if you're getting
Shout out to the Welsh, man.
if you're inviting
Welsh,
Welsh
English.
people to your if you're being invited to Welsh people's houses, you better expect some sheep. There's going to be
Yeah.
some sheep shagging.
Do you guys know the history about the whole sheep shagging thing?
No.
Well,
I think I've heard this before, though, but I don't remember it because I'm not too keen on sheep shagging, so...
the reason why like the Welsh are infamous for being sheep shaggers is because of a certain law that said if you stole a sheep, like this is hundreds of years ago, so if you stole a sheep, you would lose your whole hand. But if you tried to fuck a sheep, you'd only lose a finger. So when people were caught like trying to steal sheep, they just said, "Oh no, I was just trying to fuck one." So instead of losing a whole hand, they just lost a finger.
Would they
But
make
what
them
if
go
you-
through with it?
Okay, but I feel like
What if you
somebody
get
had
caught
to...
5 times?
Oh, no, but I feel like at some point, like, somebody had to have fucked a sheep and then been like, well, what if we're just fucking the sheep? Is that as bad? And they were like, well, that's pretty bad, but at least you're not stealing it. You're just kind of momentarily borrowing it. Like, there had to
borrowing a
be
single
As long
a
as you
round
give
table
it back,
discussion.
right?
Well,
There had to be like a round table discussion of this, which means at some
Yeah,
point
of
somebody had
Of
to
course
actually
there
fuck
had
a
to
sheep.
be.
Well, it should have happened, otherwise the law wouldn't be there.
Or maybe like it didn't happen. There was just like that guy, you know. And he's like, but what if one fucks it, you know?
That guy with 0 fingers.
Yeah, but the guy who says that is
Mm.
probably like fucking a lot of sheep. That's like going
Yeah,
to like
probably.
a doctor's office and saying, "Yeah, my brother has a problem with his penis. My friend has a problem with this."
It's like a fucking drug forum. SWIM.
But I mean, we have worse shit today, though. You know, MLP, STD, is there furry fags?
Coal burners.
Okay, Poopa and Poopa, whatever.
I
We do
heard
not
say it.
officially recognize the views of our guests.
Yeah,
I heard like my favorite expression, you know, like instead of coal burners, you say snicker liquor.
I feel like that one's a lot more like lighthearted and funny.
yeah.
I love that one.
But also the word snicker is dangerously close to another word, so I feel like now
Yeah.
you're treading on territory. So you have to like say it with a smile on your face, and you have to say it like really slowly so everybody can hear it.
I
Otherwise,
think
then you're like,
you have to like really pronounce the S, you know.
You
Yeah.
have to drop the R, so you say like sniggerligga.
Snickalika.
now you're speaking like fucking Swedish or something like retarded.
Sniggerligga.
Snickalika.
Herregud.
Jävla.
Kommissar, om du lyssnar
Supergale.
på det här så är du en stor jävla bög.
Ikea.
I don't know what the fuck
Alright.
is happening anywhere.
Let's go back
Alright, let's
to
stop
fucking
speaking
English.
Arabic. I think
You thought that was
this
funny,
is
huh?
good.
Alex?
No, I think this is good.
I could hear the smile on your
Stuff right
face when you
here.
said that.
You could feel the smugness.
I think
And
we need to
still-
do
We're like
yeah, not
going
bad.
off. I think we just record another one.
Yeah, I think we start. I think we record another one immediately, and we go
Yeah.
Google some futurism topics.
Because
Yeah,
we
we'll
got
talk about
good
that.
content, like
That
Snicker
was some
Liquor,
good. Yeah, that
some
was the moment
sneakers. Like,
when we just resorted to saying like racial slurs. Was like right when it went downhill.
yeah.
Sneaker leaker.
Alright,
In
so
Sweden.
I'm not even gonna bother with
In
what we learned today
Alright,
because
so
we
I'm
didn't learn
Chvpa.
anything. I'm fucking poo poo.
We got Oscillate and undine. Boa noite.
Annoyed.
Noich.
Oh yeah, we'll
Penis.
be back in 2 minutes. We'll start again
Momentarily.
after we clean our fucking mouths.